Welcome back to the third act job. Does anyone want to summarize the job so far?
We're kidnapping a ponce from a stage.
Not wrong.
Yeah, pretty much.
You said summarize. You didn't say summarize well.
That's fine. So there was a planning scene last time. So this, for the beginning of the next time segment, the second day, gonna add 4 heat to the pool for a total of 10. And who wants to lead their first legwork scene?
Smarty should go first.
Oh, I'm eating a Belgian waffle.
Then someone else probably should.
This is Trixanna's breakfast. She's sitting there eating a waffle.
I believe it. All right, I'll go. I'm totally prepped,
Sure you are.
considering my my entire legwork scene was finding us a poisoner / sleeping drought, and I spent influence to do that. So pretty much done.
Fantastic.
Well, there is finding and getting to that water, and also figuring out the timing. So you should probably do that.
Yeah, do that.
Or
We
Alright,
totally
I don't
planned
know.
that.
Fine,
We totally
I'll
planned
do
for him
that.
to do that.
Yep. All right. Cool. I'll do that. In which case, my planning scene is going to be me going to the theater, buying a ticket like a normal person, getting around the back, checking out the water situation, and then getting out again because we don't want to poison it quite yet.
You don't need to go in through the front. You still have the mummers tunnels, and they can lead you backstage,
All right. Well, I'll do that then. Either way.
or rather under the stage because it's around. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, I'll use the moments tunnels in that case.
so you spend your influence and you get in contact with a poisoner from the Vespers. This very fancy,
course I do.
this fancily dressed woman who says, "I heard you needed a sleeping draught.
I do indeed.
I know.
Current job. You know the situation.
Enough to poison barrels of water?"
3 barrels to be exact.
Very well. She leads you to a hidden corner and hands you a box with 3 vials resting in a velvet case. She says, "These will just pour these in, and the entire barrel being contaminated.
I do appreciate it.
And if you need to make a dose for, say, a glass, I would say no more than a drop or 2.
Got it. Oh, wait, Vesper poisoner, right?
Yes.
Before I leave, I have another really quick question before I head out.
And what would that be?
You wouldn't happen to know the whereabouts of Rosaline Cuss, would you?
Oh, this is interesting.
I have some information for her and kind of trying to track her down.
What would you give me in exchange for that sort of information?
I'm a fixer, my dear. What do you need?
If you know someone of a sorceress persuasion,
That I do.
could use their help befuddling the senses of one of our marks we're working on during the show today.
Oh, I can absolutely set that up for you. No problem.
Well, if your friend delivers, then we can talk about... What was her name again?
Rosaline Cuss.
Want to spell that last name for me?
Kuss.
Rosalind Koss. I might know who you're talking about. Well, for the moment, there is your poison.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I wish you luck.
I'll need it. And yeah, I'll head back. I'll head to the theater to, I guess, check out the whole border situation. And I guess now also find Trix if I can.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna say you can make your way through the tunnels to backstage, and you can find Trixanna, who I assume would have already gotten into place to get ready to try and woo the
Yes.
Mike Dawson.
Woo/out ego.
Yeah. And
Well-
Trix also knows through her stagehand contact where the prop room and storehouses are.
Excellent.
So I assume
So-
I assume you fill in Trixanna on the deal you just tried to make.
Deal I absolutely just did make. Yes.
Yeah, magic, sure.
I'm assuming I know who the mark is and all that kind of information.
Well, you know who to send her to.
Yeah.
And where she'll be
Yeah.
for the remainder of the day, or
Yep, yeah,
at the time that she would want them.
I'm going to do this, and then, I don't know, I'll probably get onto that after.
Well, you only have time for one legwork scene.
Yeah, that's how I'll probably just go straight to her after I've done this. Oh, God, excuse me.
Awesome. I do appreciate it.
Anyway, Trixanna leads you to the prop room, I assume, and you find kind of there are some people milling around trying to organize things and get things ready for like scene changes and whatnot. But you do find the 3 barrels sort of tucked away in a corner, marked, Elderland water, Town and water. What was the third one I was saying?
Vlad
water, Vladov water, and with another like paper resting on the central one saying for Dawson only.
All right. Time to Trix. We're doing this tonight, aren't we?
I guess so, yeah.
All right, bugger it. Yeah, I poisoned the barrels, and then
Tomorrow, you moron.
No,
is it tomorrow?
No, it's
Yes.
tonight. It's the last show tonight.
It's the last show tonight.
Oh. Rip.
Thanks, Avis.
And I must point
Yeah.
I must point out, what if he takes a drink before the show, or after
It's fine.
or
Well-
after the matinee show?
Actually, I know.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Give the poison to Clara, and she'll do it.
Later.
Yeah.
Later.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that, and then.
And in that way, I can also inform her about the whole thing, just so that none of the mamas try and sneak a sneaky drink out of his special order, and subsequently pass out.
Oh yeah, they would. Yeah, no, that's totally
Because
something
if you
they would do.
because if you put something like "This is my water, do not drink," someone is going to try and take a sneaky drink just to
Oh,
show
they're
him.
definitely drinking from it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'll do.
And they're like, "This is just regular water. What's the deal?"
And then they probably pass out.
But yeah, I'll do as Trix
Right.
suggested.
Trix leads you to her second cousin Claire, who's like, "You want me to what? I'm on top of all the other crap I'm doing."
Just put the thing
All right,
in
fine.
the
She
thing
yanks the box out of your hands.
Do I have any cash on me?
You've kind of spent a lot of your money and favors, using the influence.
He
you've
owes you
used.
one. I also owe you one. We both owe you one.
That we do.
Fine, I'll remember this.
Awesome. I won't.
Claire will
Cool.
remember this.
Yeah. Yeah. In that case, I'll head out.
All right, so that's your legwork scene. Now, I do want to make clear, if Trixanna's going to help out the Vesper Poisoner, according to your deal, that will have to be that legwork scene. Or that'll be the legwork scene that Trixanna leads.
All right, yeah. Because I had nothing planned for the wooing other than I'm just going to out-ego him because Trix is also a self-centered, egotistical
It's
person.
fine. Everything is fine.
So I would
So
leave the wooing to you.
Well, you can
Great.
you can also tag along for, I
I
guess.
mean, I'll tag along, sure, because she has actually changed outfits and has made an attempt to cutify herself,
That's
which essentially just involves her just changing outfits.
an incredible mental image.
Yeah, she just has a nice dress on, and she doesn't have a wizard hat.
Okay, so whose scene are we actually running next?
Do we want to do the tunnel thing, Digo?
Sure, let's go tunneling.
Okay. Let's go to the tunnel.
All right, while the Hugh twins are running around dealing with the poison, Alfons and Katya are back down in the tunnels. Katya, you have that whole dark vision quirk thing, right?
Yes, I do.
So you see just fine. Alfons has to use a... Well, I think actually using a light would probably interfere with Katya's dark vision, so I don't
I
know.
don't think it does, but shrugs.
Well, if it's supernatural, what is the description on that quirk anyway?
I will tell you in 1 second when I bring it up.
In Mississippi.
Night eyes. You can see in the dark without need for a candle or lantern, seeing as well as normal person would see on the streets at dusk.
Yeah, I'm going to say that probably a light doesn't interfere with that too much. So, yeah, Alphonse can just use a torch to light his own way.
Yay.
And and based on your previous legwork, you can find your way back to the start of that fresh tunnel that you found and follow it.
All right.
And I assume you just try to follow it all the way to its end?
Yeah, I'll follow it all the way to its end.
Try to pay attention to see if there's any entrances from above us
Or traps.
or the side. Any openings whatsoever.
You can go for openings, I'll go for traps, because slight paranoia.
Yep. All works.
Real easy for something to just collapse on my head.
Let's not let that happen.
I'm going to say, yeah, just roll to case the joint with 1 and 1, because you've got help and it's still kind of, there's still forks and dead ends and whatnot. And that'll be for Katya, or either one of you. I think Katya has the better case the joint.
I do.
Are you rolling?
Well, what do you have in case the joint?
50.
Okay, then I'm doing it. I have 80. There's all... Oh, wait, no, that's a boon.
Oh, you did them backwards, so that's the
I did do them backwards.
that's the boon. All
I
right.
got a boon. Yay!
You managed to successfully map out the fresh tunnels, and not only do you find a spot of light from above at sort of the midsection of one of the tunnels with a ladder going up, but you stumble upon it and manage to duck behind a corner as that opening lifts up and 2 men climb down the ladder. And neither of them are Michael Dawson. They seem to be people you've never seen. None of you have seen yet before. One of them is sort of a big burly man with a heavy sack and like a bunch of rope wrapped around his shoulder, and the other one has belt pouches full of what look like alchemical vials, and their voice echoes down the cave. He says, "You think that entrance thing is going to hold up?" And the big burly guy is just like, "As I made it. It's going to hold up for years if we, let it. Just, it can only be opened from this side." So, whose turn was it to wait for him to knock on it? I think it was yours, dude. Ah, come on. It's affecting my throat. I'm starting to get all scratchy. It's just so dank down here. Well, I mean, I'm not going to cover for you again. Not even for... No, not that. Fine. And they march on down the other tunnel. The other path opposite from you. Their footsteps echo away.
Interesting.
Very interesting indeed.
Only opens on this side.
Well, kind of figured that from when I found it on the other side, because I couldn't open it. So we basically figured out that this is his entrance.
But
We
what are
should
they
probably
doing?
figure out where it goes.
Yeah, 'cause they said something about, will the tunnel hold? And that sounds like they're setting up something.
Right, let's go.
Yeah.
Do you just leave then, or?
I mean, the only other thing we could do at this point right here is go up the ladder and confirm that this is the one that leads to...
Yeah, you
Do
can
that, yeah.
You can do that and sort of push on the... It's like a plug of concrete and tile that you just sort of push up over your head. And then you peek up and you see dressing room. And actually pushing up that sort of plug of stone is hidden by a circular rack of costumes that is set on top of it. So you can peek up and then lower it back down without being spotted. But yes, it does open up to that dressing room. And there's a ladder, and then it splits off in 2 opposite directions.
We should see where the other's direction does go, though.
We should, but we should also figure out where they're going.
The direction we're going to go find out.
Or we could split up.
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to? It's been a little while. Do you want to attempt to follow them?
Let's follow.
I
him.
do.
Let's take a chance.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Then the roll I want you to make is to locate someone with a couple of challenge dice.
Both of us.
What do you
or-
have? What do you have for it?
Well, one of you
For
can be
locate
one
someone?
of you can just be helping the other, giving an advantage die.
Yeah, I have 50%. So
I have 65.
okay, so I'll help you.
Okay. And that's how many challenge die?
That's 2. Well, they cancel each other out, and you got a 69, which is higher than your 65. Also nice.
Yes, it is.
Yep,
Gonna push some luck.
you're gonna have to push some luck and roll an extra challenge die.
Rest in pieces, me. Woohoo!
Nice. You manage, mainly with Katya's ability to night eyes, basically, to follow the. You reacquire the conversation and the footsteps of the two men you heard earlier, and follow them through the web weaving of tunnels. And you actually start to see some light on the other side, and you see them duck through sort of a crawl space opening and out onto sort of a cliff overlooking beneath the ground level of the amphitheater, but still sort of overlooking from the hill part of the town, and they climb down from there. That sort of cliff face is covered also by some very tall trees as well.
That's a lot of work to escape your fans.
Yeah, I'll say.
Question is why?
It's definitely not the fans at this point.
No, something else.
And they're still going, correct?
Yeah, they've climbed down to sort of foliage, and they're making their way back into town.
And we figured out exactly where this opening is in relation to town.
In relation to the town and the theater entrance, yeah.
Right.
So maybe by the end of the act, worst case, one or two of us can stand here and catch him. If he comes out
That's what
this
I
way.
was thinking. Have someone at least one person stationed here.
But anyway, I
We'll
think
need some-
that'll do it for the challenges on that legwork scene.
Yep.
Okay.
So you're able to make your way back to wherever you intend on going. And that's 2 out of 4. Who wants to go next?
Well, it's either me
I got
or
it.
Smarty's thing.
I'll do mine.
All right. So Smarty, Darren Hugh told you that you've been conscripted to help out one of the Vespers, and you meet with them out in the stadium proper, or the amphitheater proper, during the show, and the Vespers managed to get you through the gates without requiring a ticket, and you sit down next to this woman as the end of Act 2 is going on, and she says, finally, you're the sorceress type that Hugh...
Yes, that would be I, the Trixanna, Buckland.
Mummer,
Perhaps
right?
you've seen this. Yes. The stage shows with the fireworks and the pyrotechnics.
Well, I'm not looking for fireworks here. She points off into another part of the crowd, sort of around the bend from you. There is sort of an elder gentleman sitting at the edge of an aisle. He says, "That man there,
Mm-hmm.
I would like you... There's a part in this show coming up, and when that happens, there will be some fire effects, and I want you to make him terrified. I want you to embarrass him in front of this crowd.
So pyrophobic.
Doesn't
Is
need
what
you don't
you mean.
you don't necessarily need to make it subtle in his eyes. Even better, make
So-
him scared of something that's not even there.
All right. Do you know? Am I just going in blind, or do you know anything that you might be particularly scared of?
Well, I mean, I want you to coincide with the fire because that's a pretty good start. I mean,
I can certainly do the fire. I make no promises that I may or may not make actual fire. That's just one of the side effects of sorcery.
I'd rather you didn't actually hurt him, just embarrass him.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I know. I'm just putting it out there.
I'm familiar with magic. I
Okay.
know there are risks.
I don't have to go through the whole thing. All right, good.
Just simply, it's coming up
Scare
soon.
him.
Yes, make a fool of him in front of this crowd.
That I can do.
So make a use sorcery check with 4 challenge dice. Well, actually, describe what you're going to make him see and hear in detail.
The fire is going to be like a big roaring out of control fire, and I don't know. I'll throw some spiders in there as well, just like on him, I guess.
That are also on fire?
That are also on fire. Everything is just going to be on fire. There's going to be fire everywhere.
Flaming spiders.
And then flaming. There's going to be like bugs crawling over him. The fire is going to be out of control.
All right, make your roll. Ooh.
Ow.
You failed with 2 disadvantage. And you can't push your luck on that because there's already 4 on it.
Yep.
Spiders everywhere.
There are spiders.
Flaming spiders everywhere.
No.
Flaming spider.
There's
doves.
She failed to create the illusion. And as a cost, you actually inflicted it upon yourself. When the fire effects trail through the aisles as part of the stage play, you feel as though there is it's catching onto you.
There's always her story thing of just going mad with power. Though that's more of a 4 thing, but you know.
For a moment, you're the one who believes that the stadium fire, the fire effects are going out of control and leaping onto people, setting them on fire.
I mean, that doesn't really put her off because she likes fire, but the spiders might be. The spiders will do it. Fire, not so much.
Yeah, spiders as well. And she sort of the poisoner sort of looks at you and looks at the elderly gentleman across the way and says, "Now's the time. Have you done it yet?"
Yeah, I'm just a little occupied. I think there's a lot of fire. Can you not see the fire? Well, I suppose it's just...
My eyes aren't enchanted.
That is a good point. I think it might not have worked. Well, yeah. Well, the magic doesn't always work.
All right then. Well, thankfully, there's a chance that he might show up again for the evening show with his wife, so I'll give you one more shot at that tonight.
Okay.
But for now, you should... She kind of sizes you up and sees you kind of, reacting.
Yeah, she's not in her usual attire, and she's also kind of like every now and then just like shrugging her shoulders, flicking her arm.
Yeah, she sees you sort of reacting to things that only you can see, and be like, you should probably work out whatever you've backfired yourself with.
Yeah, I'm going to go do that now.
Best of luck.
Yep.
Sure.
And she's just going to get up and go off.
All right. So that happened. Which just leaves 1 scene remaining, I think.
Yep, that's just the one.
Okay, we go.
So how does this go in your mind?
And I'm going to be your wing woman.
Oh, my best friend won't be there. My heart is broken.
Yeah, I will. I mean, I'm not actually doing anything, but I'm going to be there to back you up.
I'll be fine. Basically waiting backstage, like after the show, essentially what we did the previous night when he saw us.
We're going to show up again, but looking...
This time when he goes into the dressing room, maybe follow him in
And then
or
what?
knock on the...
What happens then? Ideally.
Ideally, I get in and...
Break out the charm.
Yes! All this charm that Katya has and I don't.
Oh, this charm
We'll
that
make
you
it
have.
as big as possible.
It's just, lay on the ladiness.
And what do you get out of the scene from that? Just his infatuation with you?
Probably. We didn't think all this through.
We didn't think any of this through.
I know we
didn't.
didn't.
We're just like, oh, he has an attraction to you. We'll just roll with that.
Maybe he'll let something slip about what's going on.
All right.
Maybe you can coerce him into
Anything.
revealing his magic secrets of his
Sure.
trick.
It's like, oh, I'll show you a secret way out.
Just say coerce him into letting you into getting him to invite you back into his dressing room later, so you can pick him up after we drug him.
Yeah.
This is true. That as well.
I'm gonna say, actually, that it is technically a skill, given from one of the deck of quirks. So roll to seduce someone with 1 advantage die.
Which is 50%, which I don't, because I don't have it.
Yep. Actually, 2 advantage die because he's already shown interest in you. So
He's showing interest in you. And I'm there to make you look better because he doesn't like me. Oh, Christ.
failure,
What
no
the-
boons.
You left the mask on.
No, I get stopped by the guards. I don't get anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, he. What happens is he sees you again, and it's almost like his mood has changed, and he looks at you again and just seems kind of bored with you,
Oh, great.
and he just closes
Well,
his dressing room door behind him. And he gives Trixanna a wink this time.
Hey!
Ugh. Oh, this is a waste.
Seems like he's not really concerned with being
Who
with
he
a woman
wants.
as much as, just
The
sort of,
flirting.
yeah.
The attention. Okay. Well,
Afraid to say that's kind of where that ends, unless you have a backup plan.
nope, I got
Nope.
nothing. Unless you want to go inside, Trixanna.
Yeah, why not? I
Well,
don't have
we
any
did.
plans.
Do it.
I don't have anything planned, but why not?
Just play to
So
his ego.
there's still the matter of the security guards outside the dressing room door.
Can I lead them away this time?
How do you do that?
Very good question.
You can't just ask a question and not have a plan in the system.
Yeah, you can. I do
I
that all the
know.
time.
That's like
as
90% of what we do.
not as much. I actually have to lean on you guys to be creative. Otherwise, this doesn't work.
We're sorry.
Smarty, what are you trying to do?
I don't know.
There's someone with a sword out causing trouble. Help.
I don't know, slap him across the face.
Just walk up and slap one of them and ran off.
Yes.
I don't want to say fine. I was literally about to. Because that's
It's a
going to
lot.
bite us in the rear later.
It's a lot harder to do distraction when you don't have magic, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I wish I hadn't completely failed that whole roll.
So do I.
Let's just cause a fight. Just do
You're
it.
just gonna walk up and you're just gonna hit one of them and run off.
Sure. Why not? I don't care at this point. This is such a terrible idea.
Really gonna do that?
Yes, unfortunately.
All right.
None of them are
Unless you
stopping
can
me.
think of something better.
I have nothing else, otherwise I'm just gonna leave.
Make a roll with someone check with 2 advantage dice.
Stop with the popcorn, Digo!
In the chat, popcorn intensifies. I see.
Don't worry, Avis, we believe in you.
42 with
No, you
1.
don't.
Pretending to show a fit of anger, I suppose, you go to slap the guards one after the other. But instead of distracting them and leading them on a wild, goose chase, you underestimate your own strength and just knock them out cold.
Are you sure that's a boon?
Take it.
Just take it.
I am
Take it and run.
taking it. Fine.
Take it. Take their purse. Take their boots. Run.
Miraculously, it's so loud right now backstage because the show's in the full chaos of the third act and all the fire and whatnot that no one seems to notice yet. And you're an assassin, so
Well, okay then.
you're kind of a bit more specialized at silent takedowns.
I am.
So yeah, they're now just out cold on the floor.
And it was completely silent because of silent takedown.
It was technically silent. Nobody heard
It
it.
was a physical attack.
All right, so the door is now clear.
It's just standing there like, whoa.
I'm just staring at my hands. That's all that's happening right now.
You're looking at your hands. I'm looking at you. We're both kind of in shock.
Just pushes you to the door. We're not going to talk about this.
Oh, golly.
Never speak of this again.
Never.
Never speak-
Don't speak about this again. Don't speak about this to anyone else in the group. Just go.
Just sort
Go.
of
Go.
brush her trace off, sort of straighten herself out, and then just walk in, open the door, slip in, close the door.
Right, no, sorry. I completely mixed up my timelines. No, it's not loud because it's middle of the third act. It's after the show, so everyone's tearing down and running around and
Just the sound of
It's
construction.
fine. It's still loud. No one noticed.
yeah.
So yeah, just sort herself out, open door, go in, close door.
Just yourself or both of you?
I don't.
Just
I'm
me.
going to ruin something if I go in.
Just me. Yeah,
Just you.
I'm flying solo.
Let's see. I'm gonna say he's as you enter, he's just sort of standing at the mirror and taking a swig of his water, and then just kind of very surprised, he looks over the door and goes, "Huh? I made it clear I wasn't meant to be disturbed. Oh, hello,
Hello. Yes, hello. It's
Madam."
me from out. Oh, well. Aren't you a charmer?
Well, so they say.
Yes, I have heard quite a lot about you, and
What happened? Why'd the guards let you in?
oh, someone came along and needed their help. You know, because they're big muscles.
Crafty one, aren't you?
Well, yes, I have been told that, amongst other things.
Well, I'm afraid I don't have time for you right now. Another show to prepare for, but after tonight, I'm not so sure.
No, why not?
How about wait for me outside the theater at the end of tonight's show, and I will meet you then, and we can spend the night together.
All right, I am quite. I saw the show. You probably didn't see me because you were so captivated. Well, I was kind of captivated, but you were so engrossed in your amazing acting.
Oh yes, I tend not to focus on the crowd around me. Just try to
Yes.
live in the world of the character.
Breathe the moment. Yes, I know.
You an aspiring
Yes,
actor yourself?
Well, I'm sort of working my way up through the showbiz world. I'm a magician right now, but getting there.
Magician?
I'm quite, sleight of hand, disappearing, reappearing.
I suppose that's acting, I guess.
It's not as well liked and well entertaining as acting because you get all the big crowds and the big places, but it gets people's attention. It puts a smile on their faces.
Yes, but with bright lights and
it's
loud.
more showy.
I'm more fond of the more in-depth examinations, introspections into the soul sort of acting.
The deep moving.
Yes, I love to make people cry.
Yes, I have done that once or twice, not on purpose. Yes, I heard you had you were sort of. Well, I wouldn't really say that myself, but you have a sort of disappearing trick that you do.
Oh, I just like to have my own private time and recharge my energies to meditate. I don't I don't like the sound and fury when I come back to the real world.
Throws you off.
Yes.
Yeah. But so I'll meet you then, and perhaps we could talk about it, amongst other things, of course.
Sure, why
I'd
not?
love to know more. All right, so I guess that's a date then.
We'll see you then.
Okay. And she'll give a sort of a small little bow and leave.
Mm-hmm. As you leave the room, it occurs to you that if he's going to make you, if he's making you wait outside the theater entrance, but he's going to take that tunnel, you two are not going to see each other if you wait for him. He's going to stand you up.
Oh, that's fine. She wasn't she wasn't properly. She was going to probably show up and then, I don't know, bring Katya or something and get her to knock him out while he was distracted with her, and then they cart him away. So either way, someone wasn't gonna turn up to that date. So,
all right. So I guess that's approximately that, which just leaves the final segment. I'm gonna say, with all of that, you generated an extra 4 heat for one knocking out the guards and leaving behind that sort of evidence, and another 2 for being conspicuous. So, sorry,
Amazing.
4 total, 14 heat.
The exact amount of heat that I canceled with the house.
I mean, it's legitimate. And then at the beginning of the final time segment, goes up for 4 of you for 18 heat.
Woot.
Right.
The heat, the night.
So it is now time to kidnap this guy. And you guys never really talked about the plans. You're just going to have to kind of wing it from here. You do have the poison set up to try and knock him out after the show, and you've told Claire Buckland to time it for after his final scene and the bow. So you have that, but I don't know if you guys have planned or coordinated beyond that, and you don't really have any more time to plan. So where do you guys go?
Sounds like the exit on the cliffside is a good place to set up an ambush if he comes out that way.
If I'm not needed anywhere else, that's where I'm going.
Should we stand at the exit, or should we head into the tunnels? Because you found the trapdoor, didn't you? Like, you found the other side.
Yeah.
And we know this is where it goes, and where they're going. And if I'm outside, it's a surprise to whoever comes that way.
There's trees
Yeah,
to
that's
hide.
true.
But
It's going to be him and
but
one other.
But if you're going to knock him out with a poison, he's not coming out that way.
True. But we got to have a plan B if the poison
Yeah,
doesn't work.
this is plan B. Hence why I said, if you guys don't need me anywhere else, that's where I'm going.
All right,
Well,
in that case, I'll go.
We have either we're gonna knock him out, or we're gonna ambush him. If we knock him out, I'll go in and get him.
All right. So if Trix, all right. So we use the poison. Trix goes into the dressing room. Me and Daigo will hang out in the tunnel, and Avis will hang out outside in case something goes horrendously wrong.
Probably.
Boom. Plan. I'm the best at this.
Or we could take out the guards and be the ones who open it anyway, and take him out the tunnel.
I can get some friends if you want me on the outside.
Actually, yeah, if we need to murder guards, it's probably easier if Avis is...
Okay, so Daigo is outside. Me and Xencarn are in the tunnel.
Because I could spend my influence and commandeer assistance of up to 10 low-ranking members of the family for one scene. You know? Could just say we're fan. Come with us.
That's not creepy at all.
We're kidnapping him. It doesn't matter at this point.
This is all assuming that, he somehow came out.
This is assuming that plan A doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
And having a group there,
And if most of us are down there, we can open it from the bottom and take him out that way.
So what? You don't really have time to plan anymore. So where are you guys going?
Me and Avis are going into the tunnels. Dagger's
Okay.
waiting outside,
Mhm.
and
Outside the
Trix
tunnel.
And
Cliffside.
Trix is gonna go into the dressing room after the show, see if he's unconscious.
Okay.
That's the plan. That's the entirety of the plan and nothing but the plan. So help me God.
If he's unconscious, knock on the opening and we'll let you in.
Yeah.
If not, knock him out.
All right. Okay. So if that's Trixanna's going to the dressing room, Alfons is waiting
After the show.
after the show. So this is all happening basically. You're all setting up after the show. Tunnel exit, dressing room.
I like to think that everyone is like set up like before the third act starts,
Yeah.
or like around when it's ending.
Yeah, when it's about to be showtime for the real show.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 4 heat, bring me down to 14. And as Trixanna, you're making your way backstage, Claire runs up to you, kind of in a panic, and shoves the poison box in your hands and says, "Our op's blown. We're getting out of here. It's up to you."
Oh, all right. Yeah. Go.
And she runs off.
Well-
Seems like there are several mummers who are very quickly packing up their things and getting out before
They
something.
get busted.
Yeah.
Well, you know where the water is, right?
I do know where the water is.
Just go do it.
Yeah, I guess that's
You
what
have
I'm
time for
gonna
it.
go do.
All right. So you head over to the prop room. Trying to think. I'm going to spend 4 more heat.
Tuesday.
Boy.
And when you arrive at the prop room, the other person in that prop room is Dawson himself, about to actually taking a draw from the 3 barrels. And he kind of turns to look at you as the door opens, making a sound, and he kind of narrows his eyes at you warily.
Oh, hello. I didn't expect to see. That's probably what you're going to say to me. I had a cousin that was working here, and I haven't. Have you seen her? Oh,
No, I
you probably
haven't.
don't. You probably don't know what she's. And then she's just going to look around the room. It's like, oh no, she don't think she's in here. All right, well, I'm going to go. I was just came looking for her, and she's not in here, and this was the last place I saw her, so yeah.
Well, see you later, I guess.
All right.
You get the feeling he's getting very suspicious.
Yeah, and just close the door and just try and lurk somewhere nearby so I can sneak in there after he's gone.
He
then
exits.
do it.
He exits the prop room with 3 tall cups of water in hand, heading for his dressing room.
I don't know what to do.
He needs water after.
No, because he's got 3 cups with him.
Well, that's one of each.
Well, that's true, yeah. All right. So I'm pretty much just going to do the same thing. Look, wait for him to leave, and then do it.
Worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario, I get busted.
No, worst case scenario, we knock him out in the dressing room.
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
That's the worst case scenario.
Well, no, because he's going to be leaving the dressing room, because that's when I'm going to sneak in and put the thing in the rest of the water.
you tail him to his dressing room, and he goes in. You have to steer clear the guards, because there's actually more of them now in front of that dressing room door now.
Oh, of course there is.
About 4 of them now. He goes in, he comes back out without the water, and goes to take his place for his next scene.
God.
Wasn't there a thing you needed to do for Poisoner too?
Yeah, I should probably go do that. Shit.
Guess we're knocking him out when he comes down the tunnel.
Guess we're going with Plan B. All right,
Yep.
I'm
Go do your thing.
gonna go do my magic thing.
This is fine.
This is on you guys now.
It's okay.
Just so we don't spend too long on that other thing, how about you just make the use sorcery roll right now?
Yeah, I was just gonna do
Just
that.
sort of the same setup as before. And she's like, okay, get it right this time.
Boom.
13 success, 1 drawback. What do you think the drawback is?
More people see it.
Yeah. It affects him and like maybe 4 others around him.
No, it actually affects him and his wife. They both start freaking out.
That works.
Because he brought his wife this time. And they both start freaking out about fiery spiders and running up and down the aisles, up the steps, tripping over each other.
I feel like that would be more humiliating because it means your family is nuts.
Yeah, because it means your wife is involved now as well. And she just turns to the Vesper and goes, collateral.
That is not quite what I asked for, but acceptable. Let your friend know that I'll have his information for him in a few days.
Oh, cool. I didn't know what I was doing this for anyway. I was just told that somebody needed me for magic. Alright, well, I'm a go.
Alright, so let's cut down to... Can anyone hear about that, by the way?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Phew. Alright, well, I certainly can, and it's annoying the crap out of me. So down in the tunnels is Katya and the Hugh twins, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. When you head down through the tunnels to the trap door, the little secret tunnel thing through the mountains, etc., you find the 2 strangers from before standing there, sort of waiting. One of them sort of kind of hanging halfway up the ladder, listening. The other one pacing around, tapping his foot. The burly guy and the alchemist guy.
Okay.
So can you tell me what these guys qualify as?
Do you have sized someone
Are
up?
they minions?
They are probably not minions.
Okay.
Alright. I have a plan. I walk up to them, nice charming
Why?
smile, and I ask them to leave because we're replacing them.
Huh.
I know, it's brilliant. You're all stunned.
I'm going to knock them out simultaneously from behind.
You have one approach to them. But, okay, roll convince someone with 4 challenge dice.
Cool. On the plus side, because I'm independent, I get 2 advantage dice for interacting verbally with criminals.
Ah, damn.
Here we go.
So
Yes!
Yeah!
1 advantage, so in 4 challenge, 3 drawbacks.
Yahtzee.
Okay.
But I didn't roll 100, so I'm calling it a win.
They are convinced that you are there to replace them. The downside is their immediate response is one of them gets off the ladder and they sort of approach you and says, Dawson went behind our backs, that bastard. And they, one of them sort of punches his palm.
I know how you feel, and tell you what, if you ever want to set up a job to get back at him, I know some guys and girls who can totally help you with that.
No, screw this. I'm taking you out and then we're taking out that backstabbing bastard. After all the years we've worked with him on his stupid gimmicks.
Warning you right now, this is not something you want to do.
Where is... I had stats.
Oh crap, I have stats. Avis, help.
I already told you what I want to do. And I'm not being allowed to do it yet, apparently.
Shoot them in the face.
If they have stats, you can punch them.
They don't know where I am. I can totally kill them, but we shouldn't kill them. I keep being told that murder is bad.
You can...
Murder is bad when it's not saving me from getting punched in the face. So in this case, murder is great.
They both take a swing at the twins, dealing a total of 60 physical damage. So 60 luck gone.
40 out of 100. Right.
And that's my turn.
Right. Okay.
So either your turn or Katya's turn.
I don't mind who goes first.
I already said what I'm gonna do.
Well, you do your
They
thing
haven't.
then.
They clearly haven't noticed me.
Well, they're kind of facing in your direction, though, so you can't really sneak up on them.
Well, there's like 2 ways that we could be.
Yeah, they go in opposite directions and don't connect.
Just shoot them.
Okay,
I believe in you.
fine. Let's go.
Roll to shoot someone.
Oh gosh. Anything special?
No.
Okay.
37 plus your 30 damage. The thin one with the alchemist stuff, he goes down, just keels over and falls to the ground. Too pained to move.
Neat.
But not dead. Yes.
Could be dead.
Well,
Not instantly dead.
All right.
We're
In
getting
that
rid of these
case,
bodies later.
oh yeah, no, absolutely. We're gonna, take them down, confirm our kills, and then dump them somewhere. So Darren will back off. Clara will shoot.
All right, roll to shoot someone.
Woo!
40,
Plus
40 plus 30 with the hand crossbow. He also goes down.
Woohoo!
Neither of them.
Clara walks over and shoots them both again.
Really? Really, dude?
No,
They know who
no.
we are, and we've already attacked them. It doesn't seem wise to let them come after us
You're at the
from
end of
just a logical standpoint.
You're at the end of the job, and we've kind of talked about the whole cold-blooded murder thing.
Wasn't me this time.
Avis gave me the idea. It's not my fault, but fine.
I gave you nothing.
This is
Do
Yeah,
not
entirely your
yeah,
blame
fault.
this on me.
Entirely your fault, Xencarn.
You can't entirely blame me for everything.
Yes, we can.
Spud.
This is a choice you made. Fine, you kill them.
Okay, cool. That's the safest way of dealing with it.
Leave them dead in a freaking tunnel. Sure.
No, we're taking their bodies with us.
I mean, yeah, when we leave, obviously.
So much for thieves you can root for.
Right?
Apparently, we haven't been reading the same books. If cold-blooded murder is the thing that stops you rooting for people, but yeah, okay, so yeah, we dealt with them.
Great. So you wait down there for a while with the 2 dead bodies, and then you hear about 30 minutes later you hear a hard tapping from the trap hole above you.
Neat. We open it.
Open it, pull him down right onto the floor.
He goes, "Who the hell are you?" "Oh, that." And he sees his 2 dead compatriots and goes, "Oh, Judge, oh hell."
So this is going to be very easy, I think. You're just going to come with us.
Oh hell. What do you want with me?
That does not matter.
It really doesn't. I just stay silent and walk. Really, at this point, it's your best bet. Trust me.
Shoot.
I mean, I did them. Don't let it happen to you.
You're just very lucky that we actually need you breathing. So, let's go.
All right, Alfons, a little while later, you see the 3 of them crawl out, or 4 of them, rather, because one of them's twins, with Mike Dawson being held at crossbow point.
And then I take it everything turned out just fine.
Yes, we just have to deal with something inside. Can we borrow some of your guys to help us move some things?
Okay.
please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Deal with things. What things?
There's 2 corpses in the tunnel.
Was
They
it me?
tried to kill us.
Was it me? We're just going.
Look, worst comes to worst, we can sell the bodies to the gravediggers.
Stop.
I'm sure they can use them for something.
Stop.
That's not remotely how that works.
No.
No. I'm going to borrow some of Digo's family guys and deal with the bodies. You guys can go deal with getting this guy to the client.
Yes.
Can do.
I could just not leave people unsupervised, can I?
I did nothing wrong.
Except get stood up.
Yes, but that's not really my doing.
It generally doesn't end with someone dead on the ground. At least
With
I
dead
would
people?
hope not. Alright.
Well, they weren't law-abiding citizens, so nothing really comes of it.
Still.
Anyway, I think that, wow, didn't even need the whole 4 hours, because that's just about every challenge. And I've got a little bit of heat left in the pool, but, no, I think that'll do it. You lead, the actor under the cover of all the, the excitement of the show ending, and the cast and crew coming out and glad-handing and all that, all the people exiting, you, lead him away into the Mummer's rendezvous point, where Anna is there and is like, "Oh, hey! Awesome, right on time." So,
There you go.
what was, he got to play through all his shows, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And what was the deal with, his whole reclusive disappearing act?
A tunnel.
Really?
Well,
There is-
as far
Yeah.
as we know, yeah, it was a tunnel. He had a tunnel in his dressing room
Really?
that
It
he
leads-
snuck out of.
Yes.
leads out.
Yeah, it
back.
turns out it wasn't anything fancy. Like,
Did he
Actual
have
action.
partners, or?
Yes.
He did.
Did.
Oh,
yeah, did is the word here.
We're gonna just leave it at that, alright?
I'm assuming like a Bashir or someone.
It's just
Some
Point.
big guy and an alchemist.
All right, sounds about right.
But
Well-
yeah, we have him. So if you want to get your autograph off of him, now would be the time.
Oh, I'll get it. I'll get it eventually. All right, Mr. Dawson,
Yeah.
you'll be coming with us, and a bunch of other mummer goons grab him from you guys and lead him away. You're gonna be worth a lot of money. Anna calls after.
Yes, he will.
If it was any consolation, I would have gone to the date.
You would have dated him?
Yeah. Well, no, I would have gone. It wasn't really a date so much as I was just going to get him to reveal his secret, the disappearing drink.
Classy.
And then maybe have her knock her out. Have her knock him out.
Clever.
I go, so, I guess that means it's a matter of payment, and you met all of my bonus requirements, so, yeah. Just a straight up great job, you guys.
Grazie.
Yeah.
And you did it without, interrupting the show, which is great, because I know some crews would have just, like, stormed the stage and pulled them off or something like that. If I had called in the Circle to do this job. I mean, like, all Circle.
Hey!
Like if it, like the whole crew was the Circle or Wardens or Forgotten or somebody, I don't know.
Feeling very attacked right now.
I'm
Well,
not.
that's all right. I was already offended twice. And then
Not as
flirted
attacked
with.
as his dudes
Right
feel
here.
like
I
Well,
think I got through this unscathed.
Yes, you did.
at any rate, thank you guys for helping me out of a jam. Because seriously, I did not want to have to deal with my bosses finding out I couldn't do this job. Of course, now they're probably also gonna just give me another
Now they're just going to give you bigger jobs.
job.
Yeah.
that. Well, if you ever need us again,
Yeah, I'll keep you in mind. Well, have yourselves a wonderful evening then, I guess. And she cartwheels off.
The only way a mummer can leave a scene is cartwheeling off.
An acrobat, mama.
Seems legit.
Or backflipping.
All right, and that'll do it for the third act job. On to bookkeeping. You guys earn 3 Mummers XP.
Yay!
Yay.
And
What do I do with it?
XP you use as a reputation. Actually, I'm going to say it's 1 general XP and 2 Mummers XP.
It's a resource.
It's basically like a kind of mini influence. If you spend 1, you can use it to get advantage dice on dealing with people who would have reasonably heard of you, or 2 advantage dice when you're leveraging your reputation against other criminals.
Sweet.
And then if you
And
spend
if it's with this,
5 at once, it's basically an influence point with that faction
Oh, okay.
that anyone in the crew
like
can
it.
use. Xencarn.
You get your
Yeah.
information. You're welcome.
Yep, I'm gonna say you get to advance your story conflict by 1.
Woo!
What was his conflict?
His story conflict has to do with that woman's name he mentioned.
Tracking down Rosaline Cuss.
Gotcha. Cool.
Right, and are there any recurring characters anyone wants to establish, or is that it?
I think we did.
we didn't really have anyone except the
The
mummers
Johnson.
person.
Yeah.
Well, we have that
Vespa.
Vesper Poisoner I went to go talk to.
That's true.
And she is
Okay.
connected to your story conflict.
But I don't have any influence left, so it's up to
Oh,
you.
you'd have crew influence.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But, well, yeah, it's still... I got the last one because I got the cobbler, so...
Having a poisoner would probably be good in the future
Yeah,
Mm,
instead of having to find one.
I agree.
Okay.
so we'll have her then.
All right. What is her name?
That's an
Beatrix.
excellent question.
With an
I was
X.
going to say something posh and
Beatrix with an X.
Yeah.
Beatrix with an X.
There's already a Trix on this team.
Beatrice.
Fine. Beatrice, the Vesper Poisoner, connected to Xencarn's, or connected to the Hughes story conflict. Do you have a name for that story conflict?
Yes, I do, in fact, have a name. Burned Reputation.
Yeah, burned reputation, right.
Burn notice.
Because I feel like being dramatic.
Fair.
All right. And I think that will do it for today. We're 45 minutes early, so this part 2 didn't last as long as I expected. But yeah, that should be it for the 3rd act job.
They didn't quite go to plan, but you know.
Mostly
But in
planned,
the end-
actually. Worked out well.
Yeah, most of the plan worked out just fine.
Yeah.
You guys did all the right legwork to figure out the trick and secure that route, so there wasn't much they could do to really escape you at that point.
Yeah.
So what
Couple
was
bodies.
the plot twist that you didn't get to use?
The plot twist I was tempted to use if I managed to build up that much heat, which you guys didn't. You guys played it really safe on this session, like really
We generally
safe.
tend to
Yeah, that's kind of our MO at this
our
point.
thing seems to be stealth.
Yeah, you guys are really stealthy. But if you guys had managed to trip 20 heat, and I could, in theory, make it work out, I would have had Regent Olivia I attend the final show,
Oh Christ!
which would have like tripled security across the board.
That would have fucked up everything.
Royal guards everywhere.
Sweet.
Oh, man, I'm kind of disappointed. That would have been really interesting.
But you guys played it safe, so
And the house
Which-
actually helped with
yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, not
I
that.
think if it wasn't for the house, we probably would have got the Regent.
How far off were we? Like, what was our max?
You guys got up to
18.
18,
We were close.
and I was like, I'm just going to use bits of 4 here, bit of 4 there, so I can have 10 left over in case I want to establish a recurring. But you didn't really leave me with anything, so
If we had left them alive, you totally would have kept them.
I might have kept them as recurring enemies. But oh well.
We would have deserved that.
Nope, they did. Oh well.
They are super dead.
Begruntled bodyguards.
Gruntled. More like
I don't even know if begruntled is the actual word. I think I meant to say like something else.
Grudged, maybe?
Begrudged, yeah. I think I meant to say begrudged and I said begruntled instead.
be gruntled.
I don't think begruntled is even a word.
Nope. But yeah.
But they be dead.
They got
Oh,
executed.
actually, Trixanna, your story conflict has to do with like your grasp
Oh.
of
Yeah, if she uses like too much magic too often, she goes power mad. She was close. She was definitely close to doing it.
Yeah.
Like she used magic pretty much in every legwork.
Yeah.
I think if she failed the second time round, she probably would have just gone like, right, fire everywhere.
Well, the thing about the Beguiler is they affect, illusory sights and sounds, and actually, I don't know if it's like just for the people who you target, or no, you just produce them and they're there.
Yep. So yeah, it probably
I may have
just been like fire everywhere. Just set the whole arena on fire.
Oh,
I
man.
may have
I
played
realized-
played that incorrectly then, because they're not just limited to whoever you try to enchant. They're there for everyone to see.
Yeah, that's why she's a magician, because then she can just put on shows for everyone to see.
Learning experience.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
I got you mixed up with the Magus, who affects thoughts.
Yeah,
and-
Magus is OP, but only affects selected people, whereas Beguiler...
and it actually is specifically the thoughts and emotions they're having.
Yeah.
So it's not. We had a conversation where we nerfed the Magus a bit, and I understand it better now. But I kind of misinterpreted Beguiler, which is weird because I've had 3 sessions with you now. But it is.
Well, this was the one with the most magic in it.
Yeah,
It is no big deal.
This has also been the first one where our inn wasn't Trix puts on a magic show.
Or
Oh my god, it is!
Yeah,
Oh God.
but there was already a show going on, so
And it was
Because our
associated with the mummers, so it doesn't matter.
Our first one, like the test run, was Trix puts on a magic show. The one after that was Trix puts on a magic show, and the nut job was Trix puts on a magic show.
We've only had 3. This included.
I miscounted. I am
Whatever.
not good at math.
The
Two
first
out
one
of
was in 2
three.
parts, 2 different sessions.
Yeah, that's
Right.
why.
Because it missed the second part.
That's why. So yeah, the first one, the test one, was Trix puts on a magic show to get everybody in, and the second one was Trix puts on a magic show to distract the people.
I realized that the only way I could have shoehorned any of my story conflict in is actually if Spud got his plot twist.
Oops.
Ex-boyfriend is there.
Ex-boyfriend is there.
You could have. I mean, he's not like.
Slipped him in.
No, he could have totally been in attendance.
You probably could have.
He
But I didn't
probably
think about
was. But yeah.
Because it wasn't like we were really...
Interacting
Out.
with the audience much, yeah.
Yeah.
It was all backstage.
You could have like given him a reason to be backstage, I guess. Yeah.
It could have if I thought about it.
There's access, or there's someone he knows working backstage.
I'll do it next time.
Just something to keep in mind. I know the story conflicts are really weird in how they're implemented, but I do like them in theory.
I like it too. It's just, I think about mine, and it's like, it literally is just sabotaging my own stealth, which I don't want to do, but I have to.
Well, you don't necessarily have to sabotage your own stealth. You just have to put them in the way, and you have to get around them.
Yep.
You just have to make them an obstacle. You don't need to necessarily turn it into a big explosive event. You can just be
That's
like,
kind of what mine is.
Don't blow up.
yeah, that's sort of why I work so hard on calibrating them with you guys, is because they don't need to be super confrontational at first. They just need to have enough presence to just simply be in an inconvenient place, or have enough pull to show up and cause trouble on the job, or that sort of thing, or
Right.
or in Xencarn's case, have something of value that will advance your conflict,
Yes.
but requires an extra effort. Anyway, I think we've rambled for long enough, and I'm still recording, so we should probably end this.
Yeah.
That is the 3rd act job. Thank you to the Obsidian Coin crew, and see you next heist.